All right, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry for the delay. I've been talking about doing this live stream for a couple hours now. Lots and lots and lots of technical things going on over here on this end. Trying to get everything set up. I updated to SP3, and that did a lot of things to my game. And then my audio interface stopped working. All sorts of things. I'm gonna turn down my volume here. So I hope it's not too loud. It's very hot up in here. And I have the AC running and 2 fans blowing around me, so hopefully it's not horribly, horribly loud. Does it sound like I'm in a wind tunnel or something? Alright, so we're gonna switch over. Today we're gonna be doing a little bit of operating session type stuff in the P&B. And let me just bring it up on my window here. We've got Raildriver is now supported here in SP3, so I busted mine out of the box. It's been sitting in a box covered in dust for the past couple of years. So we're gonna make some use of that. And I got some plans here. Let me switch out of my thingamajiggy here. Make sure I look all right. Just kind of peeking at the chat, seeing what's going on. You guys are very active tonight in the chat over there. Glad everybody's doing all right. So SP3, we're gonna kind of be testing it out, I guess, a little bit here. Let me switch over. Here we go. When I first installed it, it was extremely, extremely buggy, I guess is the way to put it. So hopefully we don't have any major problems here. I think I could can I do a pop-out chat here so I don't have to look at this whole window? By the way, I also have my, I got all my live stream stuff situated, so I think we should be in good shape for, no lag. I think. Did some test streams with some of my moderators, and I think things are good. And let me get my Raildriver set up here. So, I guess a little bit of background on what the current status is of the P&B, because it's been a little bit since, I guess I've given any updates. I guess there was a P&B video the other week, right? I recorded that one a while ago. Basically, you know what, before I get into the Raildriver, I'll do a quick flyover. Just to show you some of the stuff that I've been doing. Let me get into the game here. Man, I need to get a bigger desk. By the way, before we go any further, I want to just say... Hold on. Where is it? We had... Oh man, it's not gonna tell me now. We had a new sponsor since the last time that I did a live stream, and I wanted to say thank you to that person. And it's not telling me anymore. I think it was Wade C. If I remember correctly, you're on my my Snapchat. But if you're here right now, say something in the chat so I can give you a shout out. And thank you for being a supporter here on the channel. All right, so let's do a quick flyover here. Obviously, you guys have seen these engines in my last video. Let me change the time of day here because I hate playing it this time of day. So I've been working on some reskins. Oh, the numlock did not work. I've been working on some reskins. So this is one of them. This is a B30-7, which I think is a perfectly fit for the P&B. So yeah, I've been working on this one. I think it's just about good. I mean, I don't really know how much more I want to do to it. I don't know. Maybe you guys will let me know if you see something wrong with it. I think the last thing I need to do is just pick what the road numbers are, because I reskinned this from a CSX or a Conrail unit, so it's still got those ARN numbers from there. So I've been working on that, and you guys obviously saw the S4, so that's something. I've been working on some signaling issues, so I changed out all of our signals from the the new style signals. I switched them over to the Searchlight style signals. And we've got a triple-headed signal here. So I think some of the testers were reporting problems with AI trains and the signal system and stuff like that. So hopefully I've resolved that. So that has been happening. Oh yeah, let me put the sound on, because I did turn it off for a moment. So I did add some sound effects. I don't know how loud the music is versus how loud the game is. Maybe put the P&B logo under the number. I can't actually move where the numbers are on there, so they are where they are. So let's see. I changed out these light posts, so these are new here, new yard floodlights. And I'm trying to think of all the things I've been doing. I've been fixing kind of like weird stuff, like floating telephone poles and assets and things like that. So hopefully there won't be any oddball things kind of hanging around. You can hear the birds chirping. So I added some sound effects throughout the map. I'm gonna fly over to Allegheny really quick and just show you some stuff that I did over there. Because I have, even though I said this is like feature complete and I'm not gonna do any more work on it, I can't help myself. I'm still detailing things, so I'm gonna show you that. Peek over at the chat. Seems like you guys are pretty active over there. Euthris, $5. Hey, thanks a bunch, man. I thoroughly appreciate that. You guys should check out Euthris. I think I feel bad saying this. I'm not sure if you do YouTube videos. I follow you on Twitter. Does a lot of City Skylines stuff, so definitely give Euthris a check out. I look much obliged. Thank you. So let's see. I want to show you some of the details that I've been doing here. One of my favorites. Let's see if I can find them. I put some seagulls over here. Let's see. You can kind of see them. I don't know what the quality of the stream is going to look like, but you can kind of see them flying around over here, and they make some squawking sounds. So I think it adds a lot of life to this sort of abandoned area. If I can kind of get down. Wow, SP3 is actually a little bit more laggy than I had expected. And we're going to get into operations very soon. Planet Coaster. Euthris does Planet Coaster. I stand corrected. Sorry, that's, you know, I follow a lot of you guys that do Planet Coaster and City Skylines, and there's like this sort of like this mesh between the two. And not that I mix up the games, but I mix up who's doing what at what time. But I know you do excellent work. Oh man, Gregory Anon's back. We got trouble. All right, so that's some details there. I'm gonna fly over here and we're gonna get into operations in a moment. I've also been adding. Where did I do it? I've been adding billboards. So I added some billboards here to the top of this building. And sorry if I'm moving around really quick. I do want to get into operating. And I added some billboards over here. I want to add some more here and there and kind of jazz it up a little bit. But we'll see what happens, how that goes. All right, so let's go back. So here is what we're going to do. I'm trying to work out, I guess the main thing that I'm trying to work out at this point, and what I hope to accomplish during this stream, is some of the signaling issues. So we're going to set up a couple of AI trains, and then we're going to run a local ourselves. So the first thing I want to do... let me see, I really hastily set this up just before this stream, so we will take a look here and see if I can figure out what I was going to do. So we have an interchange train here, so this is the interchange track here on the P&B. And also, you guys, in doing this stream, I hope to kind of show you an example of like the top types of operations that you can do once you get your hands on this. And so we got a transfer train here. This is interchange. We got 3 interchange tracks. What I want to do is couple this up with this coal train that's going to go out to Allegheny, and we're going to send it out via AI. So let's see if we can do this with Rail Driver. I'm gonna move it back over here. and see if I could actually even remember how to use this thing. This thing is so dusty. I don't know if it's in my camera. I can't tell on my little webcam there, but whew, man, it is incredibly dusty. I'm gonna have to shower after I use this thing. And I'm just gonna turn down. How's the audio settings with the engine up below the horn? Is that too loud with the music and stuff like that, or maybe it's just my monitor? Turn it down a little bit. I like to hear my voice when I talk. For some reason, it like helps me talk better. But if I have too much music and too much of this other stuff, it gets kind of distracting. Somebody was asking me about Trains 2019. I don't have an opinion because I haven't really seen much from it. They haven't really revealed much, and I am not privy to anything that, you know, other people are not, so. I don't, oh, these buttons don't work, do they? I use these. So yeah, I'm hoping, my hopes are high, but we'll see. Oh, we're going backwards. Audio is fine, alright, cool. Have I seen the JR Western Pacific Bicentennial GP40s? I think I have. Why are we not moving? I might have configured... I configured this thing all wrong. Forward. Power, here we go. Why is the dynamic brake on? There we go, now we're moving. Oh. Huh, interesting. So when I go from... like throttle 1 to 0, it puts the dynamic brake on for some reason. I must have configured this incorrectly. But I think in order to reconfigure it, I might have to restart the game, and I don't really want to do that, so we'll just try to deal. Let's see, how many people we got watching right now? I gotta look. Open up this other window. 93 people watching right now. Wow, this is quite the turnout. Excellent, excellent. No wonder the chat is so busy. Oh my gosh, this thing is so dirty. Am I going to be able to get back to work on the main central? That is a really good question. I have not even looked yet. I'm so busy trying to finish up the Dayton and Troy and get this ready to rock that I haven't even looked at. I haven't even looked at the main central yet. This is going to be really hard to do with this dynamic brake thing doing what it was doing. I also tried to put speed limits on everything, so I hope that was successful. Guess we'll know soon enough. Let's see. This feels just a little tiny bit laggy to me, but it could be just because I'm streaming and listening to music and playing this game all at the same time. So it's totally possible. It's just me. Oh, and the D-pad on this thing doesn't work either. Oh man, this is gonna be really complicated. I have to like switch between my keyboard and my rail driver. Maybe I should have tested some stuff out a little bit more beforehand. It's alright. I wonder if I can go, what is it? So I think the controller thinks that 0 is not where I think it is on the thing here. Am I excited for the Eagle River Railway? Yes, I have been beta testing it, and it is very, very nice. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. I really like it. I think the detail is quite amazing. So I recommend it highly once it finally drops. Is it out yet? I don't even know. I'm not even sure anymore. I can't keep track of everything. All right, so yeah, we're picking up these gondolas here on this interchange track. We're gonna couple it to the coal train over on the far side. And then we're gonna send this out as an AI train, and at the same time, we're gonna set up another AI train to drive up here. All right. So now this train is gonna be headed to Allegheny. These are gonna be loads for the steel mill and a couple of bulkhead flats for outbound steel. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys the coal hoppers yet. Let me just make sure my tracks are switched. That was the other thing I was working on. So check these bad boys out. I am really happy with how these are turning out. So these are actually the same hopper with a Gecko script. So it's easy to load and unload, and you could just place it down one after the other, and you'll get one of 3 different skins. Where's the other one? This is the 3rd skin. And both sides are weathered a little bit different from each other. I need to move my keyboard. This is really uncomfortable. Probably can't tell, like, in the webcam, but I'm, like, reaching over top of this thing. So that I could use the D-pad to move around, or the control pad, or whatever you call it. Arrow keys. Maybe if I do some adjusting here. Just gonna throw some things around. No big deal. Alright. Maybe this'll work. Maybe. Alright, now I can get a little bit more comfortable. Somebody let me know if we hit 100 viewers. Because I don't have that window open. Let's check our switch situation here. I tried to make all the switch defaults proper. Yeah, that works. So how many miles have I done? So from here, from the end of the line behind us to where the portal is in Allegheny is about 20 miles. And that is not counting any of the branch lines. And I mean, those are probably like another, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 miles on top of that. So it's a pretty good amount of area to operate on, I think. Once we get into the next section from Allegheny to Grafton, will probably be another 20 miles or so at least. So it's going to be a fairly long route, I think, when it's totally done. Oh, you know what? Bill M, are you here right now? If you're here, I'm gonna send you a text message because I forgot to tell you that I'm streaming. Sorry. Got a text message Bill M, guys. Alright, so let's see. Man, I am like totally not used to this at all. It's been so long since I've used this thing. I got my keyboard over here and then the rail driver over here, and it's just something else. Alright, so once we get this, we're gonna put together another AI train. And then we're gonna put together a local train, and we're gonna run the local train while the AI trains are doing their thing. And we'll see how this works. Hopefully the signals all work out, and I don't know, everything makes some degree of sense. So we're gonna switch these. And so far, with the people who have been testing, the feedback I've been getting has been really good. So not a whole lot of issues or anything like that. Like I said, I've been correcting them as I go. So I'm hoping that right now the version that I'm playing in might be the last, the final beta. So we'll see. Wow, look at the engine is like smoking. Dude, that is crazy. Are we on fire? Look at all that smoke. Oh my God. What is going on? I love it. That is so perfect. Anyway, so, oh my gosh, look at that. That is so good. Super smoky, just like the real thing. So you guys are asking me, how is the D&T coming along? The D&T is going to have 3 episodes left. I do not have an episode for tomorrow, which is one reason why I'm doing a live stream right now. I have episode, what is it, 6 and 7? I have them recorded, but I haven't done the voiceover yet, so I haven't had the time or the chance to do it this week. So yeah, we'll get back to that soon. It's basically done though. At this point, I think the build is done. The last thing I have to record is just the layout room stuff, which is really not anything that I'm too excited about, but all right, Bill M he's teaching an online webinar, so he cannot make it. We'll get him next time, though. Will there be sessions released with the route? Probably not. I hate to say it. I don't have time right now to put the sessions together. But I have added interactive industries. A lot of you guys have been asking me for interactive industries. I put them in. I have absolutely no idea if they work. Or how well they work, but they're there. So, in theory, we should be okay. Alright, we're about to couple up here. So yeah, no, there won't be any sessions, I don't think. I just don't have the time right now. I have to finish up the D&T, which I'm going to try to do this weekend and get it pre-uploaded and everything. And I can focus on the rest of this, getting this done, and then by then it's going to be like the end of July. And I have vacation at the end of July, so for a week, going on a camping trip, so it's gonna make it very difficult. All right, so we're gonna bring this back up. We're gonna send a train to, we're gonna send this guy to Allegheny. I just need to get the track mark. So I laid out, you can look, you can see it here, a ton, like literally a ton of track marks. And I did that because of how the AI works, or doesn't work, I guess, in this game. I feel like you really have to baby it. So I put down a track mark on every single track in the yard, at both ends of the yard, so east side and west side. So hopefully that means that the trains will be able to navigate to it. And the way that I have it set up, I'll show you really quick here, just so you're not totally confused when it comes out. Every region has a number code. So 400 is the Allegheny area. Let's see, 500 is Huskin, 600 is Laurel, and Babcock area. 700 is Mill Creek and the PBS Coal. And the reason that I did it this way is because not every industry name or every place is like alphabetically makes sense. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that when you go to like drive to a track mark or drive to or navigate to an industry, the game shows everything up in alphabetical order. So instead of saying Allegheny Steel outbound blah 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 blah, or you know, for example, PBS Coal is up at Mill Creek, but it would show up in P. So you'd have to know like where that is. So if by putting a number, assigning it a number, you can kind of figure out what region things are, and then it's alphabetized from there. So it automatically goes to the right region, and then you just have to know that that industry is within that region. So hopefully that makes some sense. I probably didn't explain it very well. But anyway, that was my idea there. I think it works pretty well. Right now we're going to send this train to 400, which is Allegheny, and we're going to send it to West Yard Track 3 East. So drive to track mark 400. The problem is that you kind of lose it. I wish you could just right click and say navigate train to here. 400. What I keep forgetting what I'm hearing. 400 Allegheny West Yard to track 4. 400 Allegheny West Yard track 4 East. So there we go. So hopefully this guy will make it there. I'm gonna peek at the chat because I see a lot of stuff going on over here. Hey, Strict Toaster, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Didn't see you pop in. Thanks for joining us. Man, my mouth is getting dry. Who else we got here? All right, how many people we got watching this right now? Let's take a peek. 71. All right, so we took a little dip. Not a big deal. All right, so back over to the game here. We're gonna go down at the same time. We're gonna see how well this is gonna work. We're gonna go. I already set up a train just ready to rock out of here. So we've got a loaded coal train down here at Babcock. And what I want to do is put him up onto the siding and have him wait for that train to pass. So let's see how we're gonna do this here. So let me go back into this engine to make sure that I'm in the right one. And you know what? Maybe we'll just, I never took a train out of here, so let's just manually, let's just take this train up, just for the funsies. Like I said, I already have them loaded up. This is like really old territory here. I think this is like one of the first things I built, I think. I think it still looks pretty good, even though it's a little dated. Some of my techniques have changed a little bit, like the parking lot that's back here is just like a big parking lot asset, and now I do them all manually, but it's kind of funny. You see like the old, I don't know what you would call it. The motifs were there. They were there all along. Just took me a little time to develop it. All right, so in theory, everything should run fine. I forgot what the bell on that and the horn sound like on this guy. I always like this view from like, I probably gotta replace this building at some point, it's kind of old. I always like this view, it's nice. Sean Dean is here, party's over guys. Party is over. Oh, you know what, we can even put the lights on now too. Yay! So I feel like the game performance is actually maybe smoothed out a little tiny bit. Maybe it just needed some time to like pre-cache everything. I'm not sure. But in the beginning it was feeling a little hiccupy, but now it sort of feels like it's smoothed out. I mean, that also could be the yard that we were in. I'm not sure. Anything is possible with this game, really. Some of these assets actually look a little bit different too. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm looking at it on my old monitor here. I'm used to looking at it on my 4K monitor, and over here is my 1080p monitor. I kind of like this setup. I got the rail driver here and then my keyboard over here, and I could use the control pad to kind of move around and fly around with my left hand. Use my mouse with the right hand. So what I'm curious about is if we're gonna make it to the siding over here, Laurel siding, at the same time or faster than Atari over here, who's just leaving Juniata. We'll see. And then what we're gonna do, once we get this going, and we're gonna send this guy to Juniata, we're gonna fly over to Allegheny, and we're gonna take a engine up to Huskins. That's my plan, at least. We'll see how it all works out. Oh yeah, did I show the coal cars off enough? I don't even know. Can't remember. Maybe I could do like a little drone sort of shot here. So I tried to go with like 3 different styles. I don't know. I think it works. The red one seems a little bit too different, but I kind of like... I remember seeing a lot of those when I was a kid, like the Conrail red ones. Where's the really weathered one? So I wanted something like that. And then I love this one, obviously. It's like super weathered and beat up, and it's got a patched panel, and numbers are all patched up and stuff like that. I think that this is definitely my favorite one. Took me a little while to figure out how to get the wording on here, the Pennsylvania and Berwyn like logos and stuff like that. Luckily, some of the JR guys were able to help me out a little bit with that. Ah, here we go. Here's a bug. Or something that I need to fix. Blow the horn anyway. Alright, so... I don't have my notepad up here, so I gotta... Somebody remind me on Discord that I'm gonna have to fix that. Why did my power just... There we go. What's going on? Laurel or Yanni? Yeah. the meme of the year. Let's get ahead of this guy and just check the switch here. Okay. Probably throw some sand down, maybe? I'm not slipping, am I? No. Or maybe I didn't. I might not have configured that button. There we go. Struggling to get up this hill with 4 of these GPs. I think it's 1 GP7 and 3 GP9s. Take it all the way up with the throttle. So yeah, hopefully once I get this out to you guys, so far I don't think anybody has reported any missing or faulty assets so far. I think there was, in the beginning, there was a couple, but I've since corrected that. So since then, nobody's had any problems. So hoping, fingers crossed, that that it stays that way. Glad that SP3 didn't totally break everything, like I was expecting. Have I done the train's track condition settings yet? I have not. I did not do that on here. That's something I was thinking about recently, too. Oh, now we're speeding. It's fine, we're gonna come up to a red signal anyway. This is like an old, really racist looking billboard here. I should probably replace that. 71 people watching, that's awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so we should have a meet here. And we were having some problems with the crossing up ahead, which I hope I fixed. I think I fixed. I always love this neighborhood too. The thing, like now, this route I've been working on for so long, and some of this content is just so old. The thing that I don't like about it now, that I used to like about it, is how green it is. Like, I used to really like that, like how bright green everything it was, but I guess it feels like early spring. But now, after using like some of those assets on the Dry Brook and those TB assets and stuff like that, this just feels too bright, and it just feels like Trains 2012 or 2010 or something like that. Which, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. It's more about the operations and the functionality and stuff of it. I can always come back and update everything later on. John Riso, what's up, dude? Put the dynamic brakes on. So yeah, after I can get this out, and the D&T, the Dayton and Troy, is done, I will take a look at... Oh yes, perfect. We've got a meet happening here. I will take a look at the main central again and see if that's something that I can revisit. But I do want to get back into the Dry Brook route, and I think I'm probably gonna do that next, and I'm probably gonna do videos on that instead of just live streaming it. So I don't really know when that's gonna be. Right now, August is looking not super great in terms of content or video content, like I said, because I'm going to be going away. So right now I don't really have anything planned video-wise, but might be able to do some more D&T stuff. We will see. Get out of the way, trees. Sweet. Alright, that was a good meet. Good meet! But also, I've been wanting to do, you know, I'm always talking about the Catskill Mountain branch. I've been wanting to do an actual build on that. I'm gonna stop this guy here. So that's sort of on my radar too. I haven't really decided what or when or how I'm gonna do that or anything like that, but that's something that I want to do. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but all right, we're gonna send this to, need to bring up this screen, 900 Junietta Yard, Track 5 West. (900) Junietta Yard, Track 5. Where are we here? It's gonna be at the top of this next one. Yep. All right. I have noticed that, like, when I fly around like this, it seems to take a little bit longer to actually load in, like, the train and stuff like that. I don't know. With this Service Pack 3. All right, before we go over to Allegheny and grab our local, I want to see if this crossing will work. So it is down right now, and I'm assuming that that's because it just noticed this train. But what I want to see is, I want to make sure that it stays down the whole time. I mean, I guess that's it. I just want to make sure that it stays down the whole time. But I found a Steam Loco for the Dry Brook. I have not. Again, like, I haven't really touched that map since whenever the last time was that I played with it with you guys on a live stream. I haven't done anything with it off camera. I maybe have, like, flown around in it and tweaked things and touched things up a little tiny bit, but really I haven't done anything. It's just been all P&B and D&T. And to be perfectly honest with you, I can't wait till I can kind of, like, move on to something else. Not because I'm, like, tired of this stuff, but, you know, the D&T is, it's a fun project and stuff like that, but, you know, I keep doing all these transition era routes and these old era routes and stuff like that, which is great, but it's not really my thing. Like, I like these more modern things. More modern era stuff, short lines, branch lines, and that kind of stuff, so I like to focus on that a little bit more. Alright, so far so good with this crossing. Double Spike Productions, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Glad you enjoy my streams. I need to stream more often. Skates are going up before finish this crossing. I don't know what to do about that. It's like a TRC thing. Alright, whatever. Let's go to Allegheny. Yeah, I need to do some more streams. It's just, by the end of the day, like I was barely even able to get this in tonight, and I didn't even want to stream for too long. Like I was hoping to be done by now. Because I've been getting up at like 5:30 in the morning to actually record my videos and stuff like that. So by 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm kind of just ready to go to bed. Oh, we gotta delete that. So here's the S4 engine that I skinned. Take a look at it. I think it looks really good. This was the first one I did. I'm pretty happy with it personally. I don't think there's anything I would change about it. Looks nice and dirty and old. Fits the build for the P&B, I think. I think you guys will agree. Maybe I could add a little bit more rust and stuff like on the frame. That's about it. I didn't want to go too overboard. I mean, I like the way that it looks. I like that the gray on top is really weathered. Except for some of these panels and stuff like that. I like that a lot. And that's kind of more heavily weathered on the edges here. I'm kind of picturing that, like, whatever the grayish paint is that they used here on the P&B didn't really age very well. So I've been weathering the gray stuff a little bit more excessively than the rest of it. If you can see it here too. Added some drips and stuff like that. So I like the idea of this gray just showing more of the dirt and grime and grossness and stuff like that. So yeah. What if for the next big project you did a full Steam error route? Probably not gonna happen. Probably not. Let's get rid of these. I feel like I've been doing too many of these transition era builds and stuff like that, and I actually really would like to do a let's flip this guy around. I actually would really like to do a modern, like a fully modern sort of thing. Oh, I just forget to like flip this back to default. How do I know I'm in the right engine here? Is this the front one? Sometimes you never know. I guess we'll find out in a second. Alright, so what I hope to accomplish here, let's see, we're gonna move. Apparently not, that's the problem. Oh, you know what, I had an issue, I wonder if it's still there. I had an issue with like an invisible train or something stuck on the tracks here. I wonder if it's still stuck. The brakes are on. It's part of the problem. I mean, maybe one day I'll do like a big steam engine, steam locomotive sort of steam era build, but it's not really on my to-do list. The one thing like with the Catskill Mountain Branch that I was thinking about is like, if I did build it, what era would I build it in? Because its heyday was like in the 1920s when there was like tons and tons of passenger operations, passenger cars, freight trains, and... Oh, that was weird. Oh, there's an engine in between here. That's weird. Alright, so that's problematic. I can't delete that. But, you know, like, I'm mostly interested in doing that one, maybe like in the 70s or something like that. I wonder if I couple this... It derailed. Interesting. Alright, so I guess we're not going to use that. We'll take these guys for a spin. Alright, somebody else remind me on Discord that, of this. Let's move this guy over here just so we're good. So, let me try to remember what I'm doing here. So this, I wanted to take... up to Huskins, because I have never taken a train up there. And you know what? This is going to be, well, I should have taken the GP7s. It's fine, whatever. I totally lost. My train of thought derailed. I don't remember what I was talking about. It's fine. I like that horn on this thing. It's a good horn. All right, where am I? I forgot even where I put this train. I staged a train for us to take. Let's see, we're gonna want to switch this. And this. That's good. That's gonna go this way. I think we're gonna take... Yeah, we're gonna take this string of hoppers here. And I know I'm doing this very unrealistically. If I was, you know, really not in a rush tonight, I probably would do it the realistic way and pull all the way up to the switch stand and then throw the switch and that kind of thing. I like playing that way myself, but not today, 'cause it's gonna get late quick. All that smoke, love it. Modern era copy of a real line. Maybe. I don't know. The thing is, like, I've talked about this before, like doing a real route or like something like a real prototype is, it's got its pros and its cons, because on one hand, you know, you could just look at pictures and then just kind of replicate those pictures, but on the other hand, you're kind of like, your creative freedom is a little bit inhibited because you're trying to recreate something exactly. So, you know, I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I like the idea of recreating something totally prototypically, but at the same time, I also like getting really creative and just being like, nope, you know what, I want to put this sort of thing over here and put that over there. Got 83 people watching. Cool, cool, cool. How's the stream been so far in terms of like lag or compression or anything like that? Has anybody noticed any problems? Because I think I ironed everything out and I've changed the bit rate and stuff like that, so it should be less laggy, but sort of higher quality maybe? I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I'm looking at the playback like delayed on a monitor that is sending out the signal and then sending it back kind of thing, so it's hard to really know. I'm going on to the right track here. All right, good. Reports are good that the stream is good. Good. I like that. Good, good, good. Okay, we're going the right way. Yeah, so stream quality is good. Good, great. I would like to thank Sean Dean and Boeing Fan and 44 Willies for helping me out getting that configured a couple of weeks ago. It was like a Friday afternoon or Thursday afternoon or evening or something like that. You guys hopped on a private stream with me and helped me kind of work through it. So I appreciate that, and along with what you guys do on my Discord as well. Let's see. You guys are asking for a Discord. Do I do it? Do I put the link for the Discord in the chat? Dare I? Dare I unleash that onto the world? Let's get this coupled up. Are we coupled? I didn't hear it click. Oop, there we go. Alright, so now I gotta check the map here. Did he make it? No. Where is he? Okay, Atari is on his way. We're gonna have a good meet I think. Let's make this the front engine. We're gonna fly up a little bit here. Get ourselves set for the main. Alright, and that's off. And throttle up. Check the chat here. You guys saying not to put the link to the Discord in the chat. I'll tell you what. Send me, if you're on Discord, send me a what do you call it? A direct message or a friend request or something like that, and I'll evaluate that. I'll go from there. I'm trying to keep the Discord invite only, but at the same time, I want to get more people in there. But I keep it invite only just because we had quite the fallout in the beginning when it was just totally open, and it was the same kind of thing that that had or has been happening on the train's official Discord, which we're now finally, I think, starting to wrangle into some kind of control of some kind. Hopefully we can maintain that sort of control. But yeah, so I mean, it's just there's some people that just shouldn't be on the internet, and those people somehow find their way into either my Discord or the train's content creation Discord, and a lot of insanity tends to happen. So just trying to be careful with that. Oh yeah, so 44 Willies MB says, donate for an invite. I guess that's a good time, a good segue for me to mention that if you do sponsor my channel or you do donate regularly, I will give you a special role on the Discord chat, which has some private benefits, as in like a private chat and that sort of thing. But that is also going to go along with a Patreon that I'm going to set up in the future and that sort of thing. So I'm trying to add some more benefits that if you are going to contribute to my channel in terms of donations or, you know, financial support, things like that, I can give back to you in some way. I'm still working on putting together all those benefits. I kind of have an idea and stuff, but I guess I figured I'd just throw it out there. And while I'm at it, if you do enjoy what I do and $5 a month doesn't break the bank for you, please feel free to hit that sponsor button below the stream. And if you do sponsor, you get a special emoji icon that you could use. You get green text and something else in there, along with the role on Discord. So it's just something to keep in mind. Oh, I had the dynamic brakes on. Oops. But again, I hate plugging that sort of stuff. So. Let's see, we do have a vetting system, so yeah, I could put an invite up there for a limited amount of time. It's definitely doable. I will do that, because I think in a moment we're gonna get a red signal at the end of this, so once we get over there. So I'm getting a little bit of little bit of framiness here, but not bad. I think it's because I'm streaming right now and putting pressure on my CPU and everything. But I think it looks pretty good. Let's fly over here. Ah, I love this area so much, this abandoned area. Definitely my new favorite spot. Ooh, turn off the dynamic brakes. Oh, you know what, mods, Sean and It's Unreal, you know, you guys have, you could put an invite in there, into the chat. I think I have it set up so you guys can create invites, so if you want to do that, that's fine. Man, look at that, it looks so nice with the birds flying around, the seagulls. Ah, This feels like, to me, even though I know it's a game and it's brightly colored and I know it's fake and everything, this feels like a real place to me. I love that. I love that feeling. Ah, it's just so good. I wish there was a better way to get, like, better camera angles and stuff like that, but whatever. Oh, he made it. He made it in. All right, so our local did actually make it. And he stopped right on the mark. That's perfect. Oh, no. This is a different train. Nope, that's a different train. That train was there. Never mind. Still waiting on him. What is this compiling shaders? This is new in SP3, and I have no idea what that means at all. Yeah, at the very least, you could set it to expire after 24 hours. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world. No, I don't think many people are going to be that desperate to scroll through tons of chat to find the Discord link and then, you know. It won't let you do it? I'll put it in there. How do I do this? Alright, so this invite link is going to expire after an hour. So we should have a meet pretty soon with the guy that we dispatched out of Juniata. TBA Avenger, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So much for keeping a short live stream. Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit longer. Wow. Ah, here we go. So we got our train coming in. So this is kind of a good example of how I like to run it. Get a couple of AI trains to run around and, you know, do the long haul type stuff while I'll hustle some engines, switch out some cars, get a local together. Like, if I was doing this, you know, normally, I mean, this is all I have planned for right now, but if I had something else planned, I might set the AI in this train to go all the way up to Huskins without me, and then once he's there, then I'll do some other stuff in the meantime and then meet him up there and do all the switching myself. And to be honest with you, this is the first time that I've actually operated in, I don't know, a very long time. Like, aside from like like some of the other live stream operating stuff that we've done, this is really my first time like really trying to do something a little bit more legitimate. So I might even save this. Well, I'm gonna save it, but you know, maybe we'll even revisit it and do some more switching, kind of continue it. But let's see. I might send this guy as an AI, to be honest with you. What is the PNB locomotive roster? Right now, we've got GP38-2s. We've got these guys, B30-7s, I think, or B36. What is this? B30-7. We've got GP7s, GP9s, and S4s. That's it for now. I would like to add some more, but that's all I got at the moment. Some more Alcos would be ideal, in my opinion. $94 people watching right now. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So, one thing... Oop, we're speeding. You guys had mentioned that I could replace the track on this bridge because I had talked about it in an episode that I didn't like it. I haven't been able to replace it. Unless I'm totally doing it wrong, I connect other track to it, and I've connected invisible track to it, and it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't change at all. So, I don't know, maybe I need to change this bridge. I don't know. I just really don't like that track, though. It's too chunky. What are those car sounds? What, you're asking about, like, vehicle, like automotives, like on the road and stuff like that? Or if you're talking about the freight cars. I think I have like a really long delay on the stream, so waiting for the chat, for the answer to come in the chat. Oh, the freight cars? That's just the jointed rail, whatever sound. Yeah, that's just the regular sound effects library that comes with jointed rail cars. Let's see how. Oh, where was the view? I had a really great view the other day when I was testing out these crossings. I forgot where it was. I think it was like right here. Really like this view. Like you could see the whole train coming around the bend and everything. Ah, so good. Have I tried dragging a spline over the track on the bridge and just like hiding it? I guess I could try that. Doesn't look like this crossing is going to activate either. Which is weird because I definitely put a trigger this morning actually, or yesterday morning, on both sides of this. Maybe it didn't update or something. These TRC crossings, man, like when they work, they're great, but I don't know. Sometimes they just don't work. New people are flooding the Discord. All right, well, you guys are gonna have to be vetted. So you're gonna only have limited access for a little bit until we know if you're a troublemaker or not. That's how it's supposed to work, at least. But now that I spoiled it, you know, I don't know. I guess anything's possible. Anything can happen. It's fine. Just know that we have a very low tolerance policy, and if you're gonna go onto my Discord and raise hell, we're gonna kick you out. What's up, Maz4449? How's it going? What music is playing right now? This is all music off of Epidemic Sound. This is all music that I use in my videos. And this crossing deployed very, very early, which is fine. Yeah, I see the little pop-up window on my Discord down here, and my phone keeps lighting up with notifications from all over the place. All over Discord. Well, at least this one works. That's a good sign. Sweet. See, I'm a little nervous to actually release this to you guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I hope it's what everybody expects, you know? I hope it doesn't, like, totally damaged, not damaged, but put so much of a strain on people's computers. NJP Vlogs, what's up, dude? I didn't see you come in. Did I replace most of the trees on the PNB? I have not. These are all the same trees I've been using. Same JVC trees, and those gates started going up before the train was done. It's fine. One day I kind of do want to do like a bulk asset replace and use those TB trees and see how they look. But I'm not gonna do that for a while. Again, like if I keep going back and trying to like update assets, I'm never ever gonna get anywhere. So I would prefer to keep building it in the style and with the assets that I have, and you know, sprinkle in some newer assets where I can, especially buildings and stuff like that. But actually get the route like up to snuff to be totally functional, you know, and that you could actually operate trains from end to end, and then there's no more like big build sort of stuff, and then I can go through and sort of update things. But I mean, this is like really gonna be a long-term project. Really long-term project. Like I don't know how I'm ever gonna finish it totally. But it's fine. I mean, it's like a staple on my channel. So, a staple series, so it'll always be there in some capacity, and that's kind of nice. I've been practicing my my drone moves. Let's see if I can do it. I had it really good last night. Forgot what I was doing. You have to like use your mouse cursor in the opposite direction as you're kind of spinning around the cursor with the keyboard. You can kind of get some sort of dramatic looking flyby shots if you do it right. It's not easy though. Yeah, definitely not easy. Somebody was working on a drone asset so that you could actually do like real flyovers and stuff, but I don't know what happened with that. I tried to test it and it didn't work. So I think it just fell by the wayside. Nobody's picked it up since. If I knew anything about scripting, I would probably try to give it a shot, but catch up on the chat over here for a moment. What happened to the stream last weekend? Well, I haven't streamed in a while, unless you're asking NJP. Just kind of skimming through this stuff here. Where are we? Oh, we're coming up to one of my favorite spots. Man, this looks so different on this monitor. I really need to get a get a matching monitor. I added some birds here too, some crows. Let's take a look at those. They were, here we go. Some of the ones that ESCD used on the hump yard. I really, really love them. And I love that they make sounds and stuff like that. It just really brings a lot of life to this game, I think. Almost got up to the 100, but we're back down to the 80s. That's all right. We'll bounce around a little bit. Not a big deal. The thing is, I didn't really announce that I was going to do this until like late in the day today, so I'm not surprised that we don't have a lot of people, but I am surprised that many people did show up like when I did just sort of do an impromptu live stream. So to you guys that are here and who have showed up, I thank you, because I pretty much just did this like randomly right by the seat of my pants. Phone is blowing up now too. Yeah, I love this scene. It's so nice. Electro Swing from England. Hey, what's up, dude? Any chance of a route based in the UK? Probably slim to none. Mostly because... Oh, look at that. There's a second bridge here. Huh. Must have done that by accident a long time ago. How come none of you guys who were testing this told me about that? Unless that's just my version. I don't know. Chances of a UK route? Probably slim to none because I know nothing about UK railroads whatsoever. So I can't say that I would be confident in doing one. And I also don't really particularly like UK railroads. No offense, but I like, I think UK, or just European overseas stuff in general just looks really weird to me. I can't say that I don't like it, it just looks really weird. It's very different. But I would like to do it, you know, as like a challenge, just to see if I could, because I like doing these different builds to sort of challenge myself and do different things, but, you know, it would require me to do a lot of research and try to learn a thing or two about it, so I'm not too sure. Looks like an abandoned rail bridge. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how I missed that being there. Will I be streaming the Dry Brook and Esopus route over the weekend? Probably not going to stream anything else over the weekend, although I do want to stream that again pretty soon. My nose is tickly. Fast we go. We gotta slow down a little bit because we're gonna take this junction. Yes, the stream is not lagging. I did a test stream recently, a couple weeks ago, and got all the things ironed out, I think. Wow, we were gonna take this junction way too fast because I wasn't paying attention. All right, whatever. So I haven't been up in this area since I built it. I'm gonna want to go into at least notch 1 because we're gonna go upgrade a little bit. I don't know why sometimes this doesn't actually give me any information. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it gives me nothing. So I think what we're gonna do is, it's 9 o'clock now for me. I think we'll switch this industry, which will probably take about 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it the quits. I like this scene too, it's pretty cool. It won't give you information if you are not centered on a train. I'm gonna pause for a second and go blow my nose. Hold on 1 second, dudes. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see, we need to probably go... I hope this train isn't too long. I totally didn't even measure any of this out. We might have to delete some cars, but we will see. In just a moment. Ah, this is a nice area too. I forgot how much I liked it up here. Thanks, Wit Simulations. Much appreciated. Looking forward to your streams on it once you get it, because I'm sure I hope you'll do some streams on it at least, or I guess I could say you're welcome to, absolutely welcome to. Did I know that rail drivers work for Tane now? Yeah, I'm using mine right here. I guess it's not in the camera view. I love, I like how just the sight of these engines like creeping through these weeds. Like, I don't know, there's something about that I just really love it. I don't know, it's weird. It just looks great. Single track version on your side, Sean, and not on mine. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, this train is gonna be too big. I didn't, for the record, I didn't look or anything like that. I just kind of grabbed this train and took off. Hopefully we have enough room. I think there should be enough room for three engines here. Find out in a minute. I think if we take it right to the edge, we should be good. And hopefully I remember to shrink the distance for the stupid switch. I wish there was a way to change the default distance for the switches so you didn't have to do it manually every single stinking time. I think we'll make it. Yes. Okay, good. I just gotta delete some cars here because I did not plan properly. Anybody else? That's it. Yeah, we had room to spare even another engine. Couple little lag spikes there. Not too bad. Kind of wish that these arrows were a little bit smaller too, like a lot smaller actually. Like as small as this font up here would be nice. Really doesn't need to be that big. Or like pop up when my mouse is that far away from it still. It's kind of annoying. So nice to be able to use this rail driver, man. I just feel like I have more control. Oh. Come on, unlock. Stupid thing. Oh, I didn't even need to do that one. Actually needed to do this one. It's fine. Let's see, we'll pull the cars first. You can hide the compass in your settings. Just go up into your settings, there's an option to hide compass. I always have it off. There's absolutely no need to have it on, in my opinion, ever. Oh yeah, look at how these guys take this junky siding here. It's beautiful. Somebody asking me what is the music. This song right now is not that serious. All of my music, everything that we're listening to right now is off of Epidemic Sound, which is where I get all my music for my videos from. It is a paid subscription service, so you will be, I think you can listen to them. I think you can listen to the tracks for free without having a subscription, but if you wanted to download them and use them, you'd have to pay. Stopped a little too soon. There we go. Yeah, the cement asset itself is pretty old. Again, this is an asset that I used a long time ago, and when I rebuilt this area for the video, I just didn't feel like searching for new stuff, so this is sort of slated for replacement one day. Someday. Alright, where's the switch? Getting a lot of lag spikes through here for some reason. Not sure why. Going on here. So now these are all loaded. If I did this right, the gravel industry should technically be working. This is gravel loose, both of these, and then down here is gravel with sand, or sand with gravel, or something like that. Just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So this should be a nice heavy train to try to get out of here. I feel like the lighting is better from this side, but the angle isn't really as appealing to me. Sorry, I really enjoy flying around trying to find, like, the right, the best looking angles. There we go. Looks like they, here's something loading or unloading here. Looks like they fixed the coupler issue with SP3, which is nice. Happy about that. Route question: other than the PNB Railroad itself, if I ran any Class 1 on the PNB, which would you feel feels most like home, CSX or Norfolk Southern? It's funny that you say that because I've definitely been known to run both CSX and Norfolk Southern on here. I am more familiar with CSX just from where I live and where I grew up and everything like that, so I guess CSX. I think Norfolk Southern is nice to kind of mix in, but I honestly have never really seen a whole lot of Norfolk Southern in my life. Oh, DC 2057, I see your question. That you, when you, on your throttle, it's going into dynamic when it should be in idle. That's what's happening to me right now, actually. I wonder if it's some kind of like a weird configuration issue. Right where my throttle is right now would be where notch 1 is. And when I go into what would be the idle mode, it goes into full dynamics or something like that. So I've been just kind of like paying attention to where I'm setting it, so. You might have the same, it sounds like you have the same exact issue. It's also possible that maybe when I configured it, maybe you did the same thing, it wasn't in the right spot. So that's definitely a possibility. What coupler issue? It was like coupler slack, like you'd either have like a huge distance between your couplers that didn't make any sense, or they would like, I don't know, rubber band quite a lot to like stretch apart and all kinds of weird stuff like that. Very strange. I think I saw that in their patch notes too. So, it's good that that's fixed. 85 people watching, that's good. PHN Railroad, how's your day going? My night is going pretty well. I'm gonna be calling it quits pretty soon. Having a lot of fun switching though. If I didn't have to wake up stupid early tomorrow, I'd probably keep going. Come on, there we go. Ooh, oh. Ooh, that was weird. The reverser on my rail driver was totally jammed for a minute there. I might have to open this thing up and clean it out. I'm wondering. It's been so long since I've used it. It is a configuration issue. Only person who can fix it is N3V. You know what? They probably won't fix it, or it'll take another 3 or 4 service packs for them to fix it. But I can live with the rail driver in its current working condition. If I have to like move my notch 1, if everything is off by 1, I can live with that. Just for the fact that it actually will work. So now what's interesting here is that as you build up your train here, this is going down grade, so it gets a little bit more difficult to switch, which I think is interesting. Alright, actually it looks like my nose was bleeding and I didn't realize it. Cabooses, yes, that was one of the other things that I want to skin before a release, is some kind of a caboose. I have something in mind, I just haven't been able to sit down and do it yet because I'm trying to finish the D&T first so I could actually have some content on my YouTube channel in the meantime, which was really the main purpose of doing the D&T. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get a caboose done so that way when I release the route, the hope is to have all of the locomotives and the hopper cars and a caboose included in some kind of a content pack, hoping to package it up with JR and, you know, have some kind of a payware package or something like that. But I don't know. Nobody talks to me, so I don't really know if that's gonna happen or when it will happen. That's always my hope, though. Alright, awesome. So now we can pull this whole sucker out. CSX still uses cabooses. There's a caboose in use out here in Rochester. I see it occasionally. They use it for these really, really long, like, reverse moves. I guess, like, 20-mile reverse moves. I have no idea what the purpose is, like where they're switching and what they're switching, that they need to do such a long reverse move. But I have seen it. I have a video of it, I think, on my Instagram still. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see if we could switch these empties onto the right tracks quickly, and then call it a night. Which I keep saying, all right, let's just finish this one thing and then we'll call it a night. And then that one thing turns into more than one thing, or takes way longer than I expect. Can we put a EOT on here? No. I like the freight cars that you can put a EOT on them. I think that's a nice little detail. So this train is going to be kind of a pain to stop because we are loaded and we are now heading downgrade. You can hear the brakes all screeching. I love that. Nice. Those sounds are great. Great addition. I forgot when they added those. Let's see. We gotta go. Oh, my thing is stuck again. There we go. Try to reverse these back onto here, onto the siding. Hopefully we have enough tractive effort to shove this thing up the hill. It's gonna be heavy. Oops. There, I just whacked the microphone. Brakes are off. We are in 3, notch 3. We are not moving. Go to 4. Throw some sand on the ground too. 5? Maybe? Now we're slipping. Put our brakes back on. So this is an interesting thing. This might be an interesting sort of operational sort of deal. Maybe a train comes up here and drops off the empties and then takes the loads, and then another train comes by later on and switches the empties into there. I'm not sure, because right now we can't, at least with these engines. Try it again. I don't think we're gonna be able to shove these back up this hill. Husky Railfanner, what's up? It looked like we were moving at first, but I don't think we are. Maybe in the wrong direction. I forgot what grade this is. Could be really steep. I don't know. Now we're moving a little bit. We can go into 5. Captain Tank Traincraft, what's up, dude? I don't know, I'm saying hi to you guys. I don't know if you've been here for a while or not. You've been here the whole time. Oh, the back is starting to hurt. I still need to buy a new chair. I need a new chair. I need a new desk. I need a lot of new stuff. Magic monitor. I like the offset in height here too. I like that the tracks are higher up than the road. Glad I did that. It was kind of tough to do with the way that the terrain works in this game. Okay, I think we can kind of ease up off the throttle a little tiny bit. Bowling fan. Now we're gonna go flying off the end of this track if I don't start slowing down already. Turn off the sand. A44 steam fan, what up? Okay, let's see if we can actually stop this thing now. Good. Oh, the slack just, it did the thing. It rubber banded. Oh well. Could have been my fault. Alright, let's see if we can switch these out really quick. Ooh, I keep doing that dynamic brake thing. Go fund me for a new chair. Oh, does the description still says test stream? I'll change that when this goes public for playback or whatever. Yeah, that was just from, because I wasn't sure when I was doing the test stream to configure everything, I wasn't sure if it did pop up, what people would see, and that sort of thing. Why are we in neutral? How did that happen? Uh-oh. Rail driver is not responding. There we go. Alright, there we go. I do need a chiropractor. I really do. I broke my shoulder when I was 14, and I developed over the years a, I forgot what it was called, a calcific tendinosis in my shoulder, in this muscle right here. And the doctor, it got to the point a few years ago where I couldn't move it, and the doctor was like, oh, you gotta go for physical therapy, and I could never, ever get an appointment for a physical therapist. So it's just been hurting me ever since. And then that like radiates into all this, and that's what hurts my whole back. And I think it's all just from breaking my shoulder when I was a teenager. It all stems from that. Don't hurt yourself when you're young. It sticks with you for the rest of your life. Now, I think that these cars, when I grabbed them kind of blindly, I don't think that they actually take the commodities that are here. So, it's not going to really help us much for this situation, but bear that in mind when you're switching this out for yourself. Make sure that you got the right freight cars that are going to take the right commodities. Because I noticed that some of them don't take certain things, and some of them do take some weird stuff that I've never heard of, and kind of weird. Alright, we could throw this switch, throw this switch. Oh yeah, there's this reverser on here is definitely screwed up. I don't want to force it. Keeps getting jammed. There we go. I think I probably got to open it up, and probably got like some popcorn or something stupid stuck in there. I really like how jacked up this track is. Glad I did that. I need to do that more often. And I think what I'm gonna do is just shove this one. Oh, you know what? We might as well just do it both. It's just taking a while. I still need to take a shower and stuff like that. Get ready for bed. Past my bedtime. I feel so old. So we got that there. I'm not sure how many cars we need to spot there, so I'm just gonna do this many. Alright. And uh-oh. Now we're definitely having problems with Rail Driver. There we go. I don't know if it's the physical thing or if it's the drivers or what. Kind of acting weird. Might still have too many cars here. I'm not too worried though. Cut it off right here. Yeah, I'm still seeing that rubber banding kind of thing going on. back. Is this SP3? Yes, yes it is. And I'm using a rail driver. Which is great. It's glorious. It's like I'm really there. Alright, I'm just gonna park this and then we're gonna just save it and end it for today. Come on. Just tie it down right here, I think. Clear the crossing. It's lunch break time, I guess. That's what we'll say. Put that in neutral just in case. Alright, so I'm gonna save this. We're gonna say... I guess we'll leave the date. We'll just do beta test. Oh, one last thing before I quit out of this. I want to make sure we're save that. I want to see if that train made it to where I wanted it to go to in Juniata. And it looks like it did. Where am I? Come on, generate everything. That. All right, yeah, so that works. So that AI train went from Allegheny to Juniata without any problems. Or not from Allegheny, it went from Babcock Mine up to here without any problems, which is perfect. That's what we wanted, so testing is going quite smoothly, and I am happy. So I hope to do a couple more of these tests over the next couple of weeks just to iron out some more details, make sure there's nothing else that needs to be changed, and also give you guys kind of a background on some of the operations and stuff like that. But I think that is going to do it for today, dudes. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight, and I hope you guys have a good weekend and a good evening and all that kind of good stuff. So I'll see you guys next time.